Eric, we're Radiator Grill Store. Here for another how-to. We're going to do an oil change on the 981 Cayman. This also works for the 981 Boxsters. We're going to need a couple tools for this. Number one, we want to get our car up to temperature and so that the oil flows freely and that any of the contaminants are mixed up in there when we drain it. We're going to need a couple of socket extensions to go with our 76 millimeter oil filter wrench. We're going to need an 8 millimeter Allen key to get out the oil plug. We're going to need a torque wrench. We're going to need a computer to reset the maintenance interval. We're going to need our aluminum crush washer. We're going to need our oil filter, and we're going to need more than 8.5 quarts or so of oil. These cars take right around 8.5 quarts. We get the 2 5-quart bundle. We also need the oil drain pan and some brags, just in case we spill a little bit. All right, so we're here. We're going to be removing the oil filter first. We have our 76 millimeter wrench. A couple pro tips here. We're going to be putting aluminum foil right over this bar right here so that we can direct any of the oil that's going to be dripping off of here. We're going to direct that right into the pan. And then the oil filter wrench, when you put the 3/8 extension all the way through it, it seems to get in the way of it engaging the oil filter. So we actually just put it in just before the detent, and that helps. Now, getting it out of here can be a challenge as well. So you gotta finagle it out of here. All right, so now that we've removed the filter housing and removed the old filter, this is a great time to be able to cut this apart, and you're able to look at this for any unwanted shiny metal bits. Looks like we're very clean here. We haven't cut it open yet, but we're gonna be removing the old O-ring. All of these come with new O-rings, and there's a little slot right here that we're able to get into. You can use a pick tool, a knife, and just remove that real easily. And you can clean up that surface so that you don't have any other contaminants in there. And here is the new filter. And we like to put a little bit of oil. You can put new oil on there, but this oil is going to go right back into the car anyways. Put a little bit of oil onto that gasket. We're going to have a link for all the part numbers that we've used in the description below. Make sure that seats around that lower rim there. And we're going to be putting our filter back in, and we're going to reinstall it. All right, we're just gonna plug this up. Now we have an LN Engineering magnetic oil plug. Now that goes to 19 foot-pounds. The stock plug goes to 37 foot-pounds. And just torque it up. There we go. And clean up the mess we made. All right, now that we've put in the oil filter, we've also done the oil plug, torqued it to spec. Now we're gonna be adding our oil. We like to add 8 quarts of oil first, and then get the car warmed up, do a reading on it, and then finalize that other half a quart or whatever that might be. And this is where you add the oil. All right, we're here. We're gonna reset the maintenance interval. We got an X431R. This one works for this model. We're gonna access the OBD2 port, which is right here. Plug in here. And we're gonna reset our maintenance interval.